Are you doing this Ice Golem tournament with epics only? I got some teams for you, but just in case you want my team, it's right here at the beginning of the video. If you appreciate that, obviously you know what to do. What's up, guys? MtgJedi here. How you doing today? Just a quick one here. I had a minute. I've been working on this team this morning for fun, and I just wanted to show you. This is my optimized version, but I used a ton of different versions, okay? So the first thing first is I use Seer to clear the waves, okay? And if you don't have Seer, you don't need her. She actually makes it kind of risky, especially if your Great Hall is not great. If your Great Hall is great, then your base stats on all of your epics are going to be good. The same thing goes for if they're empowered, if they have blessings. A lot of my epics are empowered. A lot of my epics have blessings. If you are wanting to use Seer or another max HP champion on this level, you can turn it off on the boss. I found Dark Elhain to actually make this the fastest clear, but, she can get your team killed, so you got to be aware of that. I will say easily the most consistent version, the safest version is with Venomage. So if you put Venomage in here, and then whoever the heck else you want, as long as your Venomage is in regen, as she should be, then you should be perfectly fine on the boss. She has a passive to reduce the damage, all of those good things. You can see that I tried Dark Kale, I was working with Whisper, I used Royal Guard, all of these things to optimize the team, okay? Let's come back here. Let's see the run. I'll show you the gear. Maybe we'll do multiple runs. You don't need an aura. It's just unnecessary. I used Maneater for the buffs for Seer and Ugo for the block buffs as well as the decreased defense. I ended up turning off the block buffs for Wave 2. That's why I brought Phoenix, but then I didn't really need the block buffs with Phoenix. I do like the block revive with Phoenix on the boss, though. He's going to block revive because I turned off all his other abilities, okay? That's the only way you're going to get him to do it. He has to turn off all his other abilities. So, anyway, let's see if we can get the new fastest run here. We're on like a pretty good pace right now in order to do that. He didn't have enough buffs or debuffs, whatever the case was, to block revive there, and that is perfectly fine. That will slow down the run though a little bit because we had to do that instead of hitting the boss. And then we're gonna pop there, and then Seer should be ready to clear with her A3, maybe, or we'll just kill him. Either way is fine. I do have my Maneater in Toxic, and that's really the only important thing. Let's go see the builds, because I know that you're going to want to see that, and obviously I want to keep this quick. I have him in Lethal, and he's pretty slow. He does have a good amount of damage. A lot of that is coming from the Blessing and the Empowerment, okay? So if you're not able to get these stats, that would probably be why. I don't think I have anything for Ice Golem under the area bonuses. And then my Seer here, she's an Instinct set. So if you have Cruel, Savage, Lethal or something, you're going to be able to match these stats pretty well. You want 300 crit damage and 100% crit rate. Accuracy is important-ish. But your crit damage, your crit rate, and whatever speed you need her at, those are the most important. You don't need to worry about anything else on her. Royal Guard, this was the stats I used on him. Same kind of premise there. The Whisper, when I was trying her out, I mean, she's got some endgame stats, okay? Venomage, this is a pretty typical build with accuracy and speed in regen. This is the build that I use on Amius as well, so that can be of use to you. And then where is my other two champions? Here we go. Here's my Ugo build. I feel like a lot of people need to be farming Guardian gear. I think Guardian is very, very helpful for things like bosses, Hydra, etc. And I have her in Merciless, well, just to lower the cooldowns. I've had this build on her for a long time, except the addition of the Merciless. So I don't know that I really need the Guardian gear on her. I could just put Relentless or something. But yeah, that's going to help keep your team alive. And then my Dark Elhaine, she is in 9-piece Slayer. Do you need that? Definitely not. But, I mean, I'm not going to say it's bad. And then, you know, not the best stats. Not the best stats. But she does have 6-star Crushing Rend, okay? No relics. Actually, do I have relics on any of these champions? I don't think I have relics on any of these champions. Oh, I put Orb of Transfixion on Whisper just for a couple extra things. That's the only thing. Okay, so what would it look like if we're not straight nuking? If I take out the Elhaine, what I want to do is put in the Venomage, who's going to help me here. And then what that's going to do, we're going to turn off her A3 and then make her use it on the boss. Phoenix, just A1ing, okay? And then A2 on round 2, okay? You can leave this on, it doesn't matter if you want to. Ugo, we're not doing her decreased defense on wave 2 because we don't need it, so we're going to save it for the boss. And then Maneater, he's just going to prioritize. Actually, we should be prioritizing his thing on all 3 rounds. And then the Seer, she's going to open with her Karma Burn. She's not going to do anything on wave 2, and she's going to open with the Clan Banner on wave 3. So let's go ahead and see this run as well. Phoenix can be literally anyone here. Maneater can be anyone putting buffs up. Oh, I did use one more person. I used Helmet. Helmet I used as well, okay? I have my Helmet +4. I mean, I can't help it at this point. So, but like, the stats are super unimportant. We just have accuracy and speed. That's the only thing he needs. He is good in a shield set. If you want an extra buff, like you could easily use Helmet. In fact, that might actually be better. But the Maneater does give you a little bit of additional consistency because that block damage, excuse me, the unkillable and the block buffs. Block debuffs. Man, words are hard. Block debuffs and unkillable is very helpful for the boss. So, you can see here, this is going to make the second wave a little bit slower. No big deal. I would take the slower, and have the consistency. Sometimes Phoenix dies on this wave. If there's a little bit of RNG, that's still fine too. It just makes the boss run a little bit slower, a little bit different as well. But yeah, no big deal here. And you can see the Maneater helping keep us alive also. So, what do you think about this? Are you running this tournament? I know that I am getting close to Void Mercy. And so, I'm just running it to get the Void Shard, if I'm being honest. I'm probably going to sell 99.5% of the gear. I did keep one piece already. It was 6-star Retaliation Shield with speed, I think. But you can see here, like, it's the same type of thing. We're just going to have some poisons from Venomage to help us out. And we're going to have the damage mitigation from her passive as well. All of this kind of works together. If you are having trouble dying, you can also slow it down even more. Take out somebody like your Phoenix. Just run the poisons. There we go, 135. And run a Reviver. You know, your Godseeker, whatever Reviver you want to run here is perfectly fine. You could just make them a little bit tanky, and they should be able to do this for you. So I think that that's it. I'm going to put this back in here. And I am going to start running it probably in the background so I can do other things. I'm going to sell the majority of the gear, and we're going to move on with our life. But farming Ice Golem's great. If you don't have Provoke, if you don't have Hex gear, both of those are super important sets to be able to make your teams work for the Hydra clan boss, okay? So let me know what you think. Let me know what your teams are if you're running this. And appreciate you watching. I'll see you in the comments. Have a great day.